Keep that running. Am I live over here? Let's see. Yeah, it says live for 15 seconds. Not sure if anybody else is going to join. And this is obviously not a very good setup. I'm just sitting here. But I do have this really cool set from Dave from Scot's Toys, where it's He-Man sets from Mega Construx. So I don't really do a whole lot of Mega Construx, but I figured this is actually a cool enough theme that it was definitely worth trying. And he sent it to me because he knew that I kind of mentioned that I was pretty interested in the Mega Construx He-Man stuff, just because I saw some of the pictures they were posting. It's really cool, really interesting. So if anybody happens to join, cool, we can chat a little bit. But, if not, also fine. I just mostly wanted to build it, take a look at the way they set that up. But I was also just kind of interested in parts difference today. I haven't really done any other like mainstream buildable sets since before they were Mega Constructs. They were Mega Blocks, and I was kind of curious if the quality difference has changed. Got a little bit of coffee from downstairs at the hotel, and gonna work on this, and then I'm gonna go paint some railings for a friend in his porch. So you even like that, it's got the there's a whole battle cat. Okay, so this is the He-Man bag, and it's got specific instructions how to build it. And these figures are way more complicated than a minifigure for Lego. There's like lots of parts, lots of tiny parts. Even like a tiny little wrist cuff piece here, like you can see. It's tiny. Hold on, this thing is really, really, really small. Let's see the focus. Not sure if it'll focus that close. But anyways, it's really small. And you guys can't really see anything that's there, but it's mostly just for us to chat. If you want to see what I'm doing here, then let me know and I'll move it down. Otherwise, feel free to just hang out and chat. Let's see if I wish I could get you a better camera angle, but I don't have like a webcam on it. It's just the camera angle of the computer itself. So, all right, so putting this figure together. There's a belt piece too. Yeah, this is weird. Okay, so first, the legs are already put together. That's interesting. I can't tell if there would be one specific direction this would need to go. Yeah, it looks like that way. The belt. Oh, got it upside down. Messing stuff up already. There we go. Looks like arms and legs are already attached to the body. I do feel like I'm gonna break it, but also it doesn't feel like it's going all the way together if I don't push any harder. It's like you're having to push together the leg piece up into the torso. It's definitely okay. So it went in there, and then you end up with a much more like realistic, articulated figure there. Pretty neat. All right, so this is supposed to go on this wrist. Yeah, like interesting that they even made like this little bracelet thing. Definitely seems like that would get lost very quickly. He-Man like power chest piece thing that's going to go on. It should. So it shows this just going over the torso, and that feels also like I'm going to really have to push and it's going to break. Makes me nervous. Okay, finally got that snapped over the top. Yeah, it bent a lot and it flexes a lot, which is maybe it's a different kind of plastic build out, but whew, that made me a little nervous. Okay, so I see an axe in here. It shows him with axe in this hand, and that's like there's supposed to be a little base for it. I'll figure that out in a second. But there's our little He-Man figure. Will it or won't it focus? So you can see it. Almost seems like my camera does not have an autofocus function. So anyway, it's more like an actual little action figure. It's pretty different. Definitely very different. So now we build the villain character. Some of the same kind of deal going on. There's like legs and the central leg torso piece already put together. It's got a central piece and then a hip piece, and then it's like they're almost very similar characters. So there is some standardization to these, the same way there is with minifigures, just a little bit more complicated on the parts and the number of parts. And this is like scary hard to push together. It makes me think I'm going to break it every time. I don't know. I do have a time lapse, so I'll have a regular video come out that will include like the fact that I was live streaming, but I won't include this live stream part because it's just me sitting here talking to you. You can't see what I'm building, but I need to figure out how to get in touch with Shy and like join in on some of the live streams he joins in on, because he's always building while on a live stream, and it's like everybody together talking, and that definitely would be something I would like. I'd like to actually be able to have a conversation with some of y'all right now. Ooh, let's see. See, it still feels like the waist portion is still loose. There it went. Now it's actually like better fitted. No, it's not. It still moves a lot. Don't like that. And here's the thing: if I'm pushing this hard in order to get this to work, like the kids aren't gonna be able to do this. It does say 8+ Pro, but like Addison's 10. She could not push these together like this. No way. Not if that's the expectation to push that hard. It's like hurting my fingers. Unless you want your figures parts to just be jiggling around all over the place. Because the waist kept moving up and down. Like it wouldn't seat well against the torso. So, and it still feels like it's not. It's weird. And again, I might be doing it wrong. Never built, especially a Mega Construx, any of these new ones, and I haven't built Mega Block since I was a kid. So halfway through that time lapse, and I've got figures done. I did not expect it to take that long to make some figurines. Okay, so this is like a cool little trident thing that he's got, and a sword. He gets 2 weapons. That's kind of cool. I feel sad a little bit doing this, honestly, because like I don't even remember this character, this bad guy, dude. It feels like it's maybe been too long since I've watched He-Man. Don't know much about it. Okay, what's the next step it tells us? we're gonna build Battle Cat. Battle Cat does look like it might be a little simpler since it looks like the cat is mostly already put together. So you got the actual Battle Cat, and like Battle Cat is actually cool looking. So like on its own, and I always felt like this even during the show, the animated stuff, that if you could look at the face, which I don't know if you're going to be able to, but like that's actually a normal cat, looks like a big scary panther cat thing. But then this weird helmet it has is always baffled me. I'm like, why does it look so derpy? I didn't use the word derpy when I was growing up because I didn't have that word, but certainly the appropriate word now. It's just this weird face that it's on the mask part. Makes it look weird. Also, in this particular setup, I don't remember if it was in the cartoons. It looks like it in the drawing here on the cover of or like on the box, but the eyes of this helmet set have it's not a look through, and it doesn't have paint on it, so it doesn't look like real eyes. It just looks like a completely covered thing, which is kind of strange. So there's Battle Cat in his battle armor. See what I mean? Like it's like a weird pointed nose, and you can't see out of those eye holes. It's a little different. Okay, so now we're actually building. Not a lot here. I'm actually going to go ahead and open this last bag because one of the things too here, bags aren't numbered, doesn't tell me what to open, what not to open. I'm assuming then I'm just going to open everything and build this with what's left here. It's not a whole lot of pieces either. It's only like 171 piece set or something like that. Not too much. This big weird red disc could be kind of cool to use for something else, but because it's not Lego, I wouldn't want to integrate the two. But so one of the things with instructions for Mega Construx, it looks like they do some kind of color coding to show you where you're adding pieces to, so that way you can tell the bottom studs which ones you're actually putting in. So I need this little circle piece. 2 by 2. I feel like the pieces are scrunching together pretty good. So it's kind of funny. The box says Mega Construx. And so maybe some of the parts I've had actually were from Mega Construx sets, but the molds still say Mega Blocks. Change the company, but not the molds. Interesting. Should put an audiobook on. And I should just not bother live streaming because nobody's here. I'd misaligned something a little bit, but I got it fixed. It's really just building this little box in the center of the thing right now. some oddly curved pieces. It's like a little bit of a different thing than I'm used to, so it's hard to tell what that's supposed to look like in the picture, but I think I've got it. Just a little bit different kinds of curves. Just nope. Yeah, so it's 2 different pieces. So this goes here. 1 by 2 there. This is a little bit different. That's for sure. No. Okay, yeah, those. Yeah, again, the pieces look different, so it's something I'm not super familiar with. Put these on the opposite sides, so the curve's not going the right direction. And the time lapse only has 3 minutes left, so I need to hurry up. Probably shouldn't have started it until I was ready to build, actually. Okay, so that's the thing I'm building. I got to build 2 of them. Gotta find, there it is. Is there one more? Okay, and those go on the sides. Creates like a little round part to it. Now it's okay, so we're supposed to open this up, which has a ton of these little red pieces in it. We're going to put them into the big red blade spinning thing of death. Doesn't look like it matters which way it goes, but once it's got these in there, that's the direction. Very well. Actually, I wonder. No, I was like, do they end up on both sides? Because that would be interesting. Make it even easier. Wouldn't have to worry about whatever. So we're going round and round on this. The fit isn't perfect for every single one of them. They seem like some of them slide right in, and then some have had to really push and twist. There it goes. I was about to say, I wonder why they went to the trouble of making all these little spike pieces separately, but they're made out of like a soft rubbery plastic. And I imagine they didn't want the sharp parts of this thing, the actually sharp parts of this thing, to be hard plastic that might hurt somebody. I have to restart the time lapse. I didn't think this would take more than 20 minutes, but I started it like right when I started up the time lapse, or right when I started up the live stream, which meant we talked about the box and Battle Cat. And figures actually took a little while to build, which was kind of not what I'm used to. Let's just do it again. Yep, still ready. Okay, started again. Yeah, it's still going. Cool. Normally what I would like to do is reverse that so that it goes backwards. So you'd have like, because I do motion lapse. I don't know if you know what that is or if there's anyone there. Talking to myself. It will move the gimbal. My phone's saying a gimbal there, time lapsing. And the gimbal like adjusts it so that the camera pans from one spot to another, which then makes a pretty cool looking time lapse. But it'd be nice if instead of panning like up, and I ran out of time just now, right? And then starting over and doing the same thing, I try to, if that happens where I have to stop it, pan it, and then I'll rechange the marks and have it pan straight back. So it's more like a flow rather than a weird jerky path in case I use the time lapse. And what I might do on this one is just I'll interrupt it and explain that I ran out of time because figures take longer and it was definitely a different kind of build. And this is kind of tedious. Lots of little nubs to go on there. So there's all the little spikers. And this now goes on top of the circle here. It's been okay, not great. Spinning. But it works. What is next? Wait, do I need to... No, I thought maybe for a second there was something else that should have been in between the two, but there's not. So with this facing which direction? How am I supposed to align this? Looks like with one of the sides, but which way is the red pin? I think this side. Sure. Not a very clear step for the instructions there. It's hard to tell which way this orients because you got a little red pin on this side and a Technic type pin on this side. And then this has to face a certain direction. I can't tell for sure from the bottom which way that's supposed to be. With it more stable, it's a little easier to now spin that around. Apparently there is a jumper. There we go, jumper. They have T-shaped pieces. Interesting. This, huh? So this is it's like 1x2x1, where it's got like a T-shaped piece. Very interesting. Don't have anything like that in the Lego, that's for sure. Going 25 minutes, huh? Okay. It's hard to kind of do these when there's no one to talk to. Yeah, maybe just join someone else instead of holding my own. I don't really care about like growing people on my channel other than getting to 100 so that I can fix the name in case people want to find it. But like, I just wanted to talk to somebody while I was building. Figured might as well. I guess I probably should have done this a different way. And then while pushing this piece on, the bottom piece popped off. Okay, cool. Got it back on. Looks like we're closing in on the end. These are two separate pieces. Yeah, okay. I thought this was like just a 1x4, but it's two 1x2s. It's hard to tell in that picture because they're black and then they're like an odd shape. So same deal there. I thought this might have been one piece and it was two pieces. It's just kind of hard to tell. Okay, so then rotate that. Again, these are all multiple pieces that looks like, because the way it's displayed looks like it's one piece. Come on, Wayne. Oh, okay. End up with this kind of like interesting shaped front. There are some moments so far where I feel like the instructions aren't very good. Like it kind of gives you weird conjoined pieces, but then I feel like the same way with Lego sometimes. It's like, I'm not really sure exactly what you're trying to say here, and you have to like move forward a step to figure out if what you did was right or not. And then sometimes I have to go back and fix it. Just lots of little angles, making it. Yep, I actually dropped it all the way. Did Greg just show up or something? Did you brick detect my video? Let me drop it. These have these printed pieces with eyes, which are pretty cool. It does have this pretty cool little printed pieces. All right, we're supposed to add small ones on the outside, big ones in the middle. So these were supposed to be at specific angles. Couldn't tell. They have you put these little like clips into these holes, and then can't tell for sure if they were supposed to just be at any random angle or if they needed to go in at a particular angle. They do kind of need to be at a particular angle. So now I have to adjust them. Very fiddly, this little part right here. Kind of hurting my fingers. Kind of annoying. Okay, that's that. Gotta be on almost the last step here. I don't think I've ever built one of the Mega Construx, whatever style of like shooter thing. Interesting. So you can tell like, I'm gonna be able to attach something here and like pop it out or something. Build another one. Okay. Why not just say build two? Maybe because it looks like it goes on the platform piece at a different angle. There's another one. This way. Probably because they need to mount onto the main system and both go in the correct direction here. So this one goes on this side. See, I think, did I just put it together wrong? No. Well, one of them I did. It gets wheels. Oh, strange. But I only have one with a tire. Oh, they are supposed to be different sizes. Okay, that's weird. Don't understand why. So we're putting wheels under here. Let's see here. Do they end up at the same spot? Can't see this. Hold on. I'm going to do this for the time lapse real quick. But if you are spinning this wheel, which you can do by driving it, right? When you spin it, it spins the little bladey thing. Pretty neat. Yeah, these shooters are definitely different than Lego ones, but I can see how they would work. It's got little stud shooters on the side. You push from here, and it pops it out. Not much different than the way they are, just slightly different mechanism. Interesting. Now I have the stands. Let's see if I can pose these characters for you, and then we will end this stream. I don't know. I feel like He-Man should have had a sword. Doesn't he have a sword? got his axe thing here, but I may be mixing up my stuff. I was much more of a Thundercats fan, so I know that Lion-O has a sword because it gives him sight beyond sight. Yeah, these were all like interesting cartoons back then. I need to go back and watch some of that stuff. Okay. Now I will go ahead and move this camera down so you can see what was going on this whole time. Those are our build and our figures. Battle Cat's cool. I'd always thought the face on this thing was weird. I do like the little mechanism here where when you move it, it spins, which is pretty good. Okay. Well, Dave, appreciate you sending this to me. Definitely an interesting thing, and definitely weird building Mega Construx. Definitely felt far less comfortable with it. The pieces are a little different, and the instructions are different. So it's definitely something. Definitely something different. All right. Talk to you later. Thanks.